Hey, what is up, guys? It is Harrison Barron, the Millennial Entrepreneur. Obviously, I am outside today. It is a little cold today, but I figured it's nice enough. Sun shining, might as well go outside, because today I actually want to talk to you guys about the equipment that you're using. Now, this isn't just hardware, but this is going to be software as well. I don't care if you're starting a podcast. I don't care if you are making videos for YouTube, and I don't care if you're writing blogs and you don't have access to the best software out there. The key is, and I've said this on multiple videos, is to start. It doesn't necessarily matter what you have. There are tons of incredible creators that really blow my mind. I think at this point in the world, everybody has access to a cell phone, right? If you're going to start blogging, everybody has access to Grammarly. There is a free version out there. So the whole point of this video is start to use whatever you have, right? My house, as I mentioned in the last video, recently went on fire, and my camera was exposed to temperatures way higher than they should have been. I lost my microphone. Thank God my camera lived. I didn't have a light. I had nothing really. And what I did was I was going through quite a bit at the time, but when I first started my channel, I had whatever I could find in my house, right? I started out with a GoPro. If you watch some of my earlier videos, they were on a GoPro or my friend's camera that I borrowed for the time being, which was fine. Most people think like, oh my God, I need a $5,000 or in this case, a $2,000 camera, right? I need the best software available in the market. Does it make your life easier? Yes, of course it does, right? But it also makes it a little more complex too. I tell people if you're not, you should do something and do it well, right? Usually in reference to blogging or podcasting, you don't need the best podcasting gear on the planet. I myself have a podcast in the top 3% in the world, but I got there on a setup that cost me a couple $100. It wasn't anything Joe Rogan-esque where I had a TriCaster, I had a Jamie, I had SM7B, sure, microphones that are, $400 each. I had none of that. So for anybody that's out there thinking like, oh my God, I don't have the latest and greatest technology, even if you follow a creator like Peter McKinnon, right? Peter McKinnon is still using, yes, he's using more expensive cameras than what most people do. He's also leveraging them and knows how to leverage them. But a lot of people get caught up in the thought of like, oh my God, I need the best equipment out there. You don't. You really don't need the best equipment out there. When I first started this channel, I actually bought a camera from a friend of mine. He wanted to start vlogging. He bought like a $400 camera, and I bought it for like $200 with a $25 microphone on it. And I used that for so long. That was like my first camera that I bought that I didn't have laying around in my house. And it worked. It started to build my channel. It allowed me to create. And most people get really held up on the fact that they can't figure out how to start creating. They're worried. They don't have the best material. They don't have the best computer. They don't have the best software. They don't have the best set up for whatever it is. They don't have a studio to record in. I get it. I've been there, right? At first, I didn't have a studio for my podcast. It was being held in my studio apartment at my parents' house that I was living out of, and I'd have people come down. I didn't even understand how to use a mixer. We had two of the exact same microphones going into a MacBook, and it stopped working after like 3 or 4 podcasts because we didn't know that you can't use the same microphone in the computer because it doesn't register correctly. These are all things that I had to figure out, but I started my podcast, right? Once again, the top 3% in the world, which is several thousand subscribers, believe it or not, but I got there just because I bought $50 microphones or I don't even remember how much I spent on $25 microphones. So I didn't have the best technology, and I actually had to figure out every single step of the way. I didn't understand how to use a Sony a6400, right? And is it my dream camera? No, it's not my dream camera, but it allows me to do what I love to do, which is create content and provide massive value to my following, right? And I might not have 1 million subscribers, and I might not have the most subscribers on my podcast. I might not have the most subscribers on my blog, and that's okay. So many people are stuck with these vanity metrics of, oh my God, I need this, or I need this, or I need this. You don't. You just need to provide crazy value and know that it's out there, and the content will do the work for you. It's going to go, and the algorithms are going to show it to relevant people. The algorithms are going to go help push you along if it's actually good, right? If people are enjoying it and they're engaging with it, right? My content isn't the most engaging and the flashy and screens changing all the time. It's really not. Well, my content is it is shorter to middle term length content. It's loaded with value. It's loaded with examples. It's loaded with real world stuff, and there's no like flashy screens, there's no background music most of the time. My house just burned down, I lost my main editing computer, so now I'm editing on a laptop. All of these factors come into play. There's no excuse for people not to be able to make content. And if you're like, well, I don't have a podcast, I don't have a YouTube channel, there's TikTok. TikTok is out there. You can use your phone. I'm sure you have a smartphone at this point. I feel like everybody and their mother has a smartphone. Start doing TikTok. I've seen some of the most successful TikToks that have gone viral were recorded probably on a Motorola Razr from 2002. I mean, the quality is awful, but the value is there. And maybe I'm not giving enough value, or my content just hasn't aged enough, or maybe I need to figure out a more interesting way to deliver it. But all of these things come into play over time. But I wouldn't have these problems now if I didn't at least start to create content. And that's the key to all of this. It's picking up that camera, it's picking up that phone, and starting to create content for your audience. What would they be interested in? What would provide value to them? Right? Don't think and get trapped in your mind of saying like, oh my God, I don't have the best this, I don't have a good enough microphone. I don't think this microphone sounds all that great. It was what I could afford because I didn't have any money 3 weeks ago, and I'm like, I need to start making more videos. I enjoy it. I think it's beneficial. I know I provide value to people. People were asking me where my videos are, and I really do help people. I mean, a lot of what I teach on here is helping build multi-million-dollar businesses. I don't have a multi-million-dollar business yet. I have a six-figure business, but it's just crazy to think, like, some people write me out, oh, he's only got 500 subscribers, he can't be making money. I help multi-million-dollar businesses all the time make crazy money. So don't worry about the vanity metrics, how many likes your videos get. What matters is how much watch time, but really what it all comes down to is starting to make content. There's nothing else that matters. There's no vanity metrics, there's no nothing. The only thing that separates you sitting behind your computer or on your phone watching this from Logan Paul is the fact that Logan Paul picked up a camera and started to record. That's it. Everything else fell in line. He started to make content. He started to get engagement. He saw that people liked it. He started producing it on a regular basis. That is what separates people, right? Simon Sinek, I'm pretty sure it's Simon Sinek, mentions you go to the gym once, you go home, you don't see results. You go to the gym twice, you go home, you don't see results. You go to the gym 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, a week, you're not going to see results. Your muscles aren't going to get any bigger, right? Your butt's not going to get any bigger. Your thighs aren't going to get any bigger. Your waist's not going to get any smaller. Right? That's just the nature of it. But what happens is if you do that same thing every single time, every single day, or multiple times a week for 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, that's when you see the results. Arnold Schwarzenegger didn't become, a bodybuilder by going to the gym once, right? He did it for years and years and years and years. So I'm committed myself, and I hope that you commit too, to making content for years and years and years and years to come. That's the secret to success. There's no other secret out there that's going to help you grow the way that you want to grow. So I had to get out of my house, right? Is being outside so you can hear birds and planes and the beautiful sounds of North Carolina the best thing in the world? No, I could be in like a fully recorded setup. I could have like lights in the background, right? No, I'm sitting in a dog park with my dogs. That's the difference, right? How bad do you want to make content? How much are you willing to give up? How uncomfortable are you willing to be? Do you think I want to make videos in my RV or my Airbnb or standing outside in 30-degree weather? No, I don't want to do that, but I love making content. So it comes with the territory. I love helping people. And I didn't 2 years ago, 3 years ago when I started this channel, I was very nervous. And now I'm like, got to make a video. I need to provide. I'm sitting here standing. I'm like, how do I help my audience get better at whatever they do, right? Having my dogs run around so you guys can hear gravel is not the best thing for audio. But I'm still out here making content because it helps. And I was sitting here, I'm like, how do I encourage people to turn off YouTube, right? Watch this video and subscribe, hopefully, but turn off YouTube and pick up a camera and just put your best foot forward. And if you don't have a nice camera, take your phone out and record. Get a selfie stick or a tripod and start hitting that record button and start producing good content. Every other industry is open for the taking. The most saturated one is digital marketing because we understand the importance of creating content, and I highly recommend you at least put away 15 to 30 minutes and say, I'm gonna commit to at least one video a week and build on it from there, right? I didn't start doing a video every single day, right? My 30-day challenge just got bumped to a 120-day challenge. So I have 120 days, which I did last year, of content that I'm about to make, and I'm so excited for it. Am I going to struggle coming up with 120 topics? Of course I am. But is every single video going to be crazy helpful to you because I think it needs to be said? Of course it does. This is what I roll out for 6, 7, 8-figure businesses. I had to make sure I had an 8-figure business in my portfolio, but 8-figure businesses, this is the exact same stuff. You can't succeed in podcasting if you don't record podcasts. You can't succeed in blogging if you don't blog. You can't succeed on YouTube if you don't make YouTube videos. You can't succeed in photography if you don't take photos, right? You have to go do it. And the best part is everybody has something positive and something they can contribute to the world. And all you have to do is grab a camera or sit down in front of a keyboard or sit down in front of a microphone and hit record or start typing. And you will make the world a better place. You'll be able to begin starting to build your business. And ultimately, you're going to change so many people's lives. I promise you, it's the best feeling in the world. Hope this video helps. Hope I ended that on a nice little positive note. Hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell. I love you guys. Bye.